Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the little bell out beside it. That way you don't miss anything from here at the Big Ranch Show. Now, I don't know if any of you have caught a load of the most recent U.S. tax cut plan from the U.S. House of Representatives. This plan throws the middle class and working class families and the poor under the bus in order to cut taxes for the wealthy. Not only are they going to increase the child tax credit up to the upper class to help the upper class with that, they're going to take away other cuts and other tax deductions that the middle class, working class, and small business owners use in order to lower their tax liability every year. But at the same time, they want to lower the set tax rate from like 35% on the wealthy down to 20% or lower if they can get it that way when the Senate bill and them do the reconciliation portion of the plan. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in this bill, but the one thing that I want to focus on in this video isn't just the fact that they're basically raping the middle class. What I want to focus on is the fact that they don't care that the CBO just released last week the fact that if the U.S. House tax plan is passed through the Senate and signed by the president, it would likely institute the sequestration cuts from a few years ago that were put into place in order to, curb spending and things like that. And if the these tax cuts were to go in effect as they are, coming from the House of Representatives, it would cut $25 billion immediately from Medicare. Now, this is just one of many programs that would see huge cuts. But Medicare is the reason I want to focus on Medicare is one of the things that President Donald Trump in his campaign promised he would not cut, would not harm, and would, if anything, would make them stronger. This goes to show you that Donald Trump is a liar. Because one, he supports this plan wholeheartedly, even though the CBO says it'll immediately have to cut $25 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B from Medicare. Not only has he pushed multiple bills to repeal the ACA and to make huge cuts to Medicaid, now he wants to take your Medicare away. Stuff that you've been paying into for decades, some of you. And it doesn't make any dang sense. Donald Trump needs to wake up and realize that his people are playing him for a fool. It's bad enough that he doesn't seem all that smart to begin with, but the people that are around him are lying to him. They're even worse than he is because they're telling him that this bill is good, that this bill is going to be helpful for everybody. And it's not. I mean, it's such a bad bill. People like Paul Ryan are lying about what's in the bill. If you go and look at the bill, it's not what they say it is. They are taking away tax credits for the working class and middle class families. They are raising taxes on some of the people in the middle class and small business owners. At the same time, taking the tax rate for the super rich from 35% down to 15 to 20%. This is going to wreck our economy. Every time we have instituted massive tax cuts, it has wrecked our economy. Sure, for the first few months, we do okay. It perks things up a little bit because people think, ooh, tax cuts. But then the revenue doesn't come in to pay for things like our military or health care for the poor, health care for the elderly, disabled communities, money for hospitals, money to police departments, fire departments. All these things start getting cut at the state level because the federal government can no longer help the local state governments. And then when you cut police forces, what do? That's right, the crime rate goes up. Not only that, recently Donald Trump swore that he wanted to eradicate the opioid crisis. Well, without money in the federal government coffers, we're not going to be able to fight the opioid crisis. So Donald Trump, wake up. Start reading the bills that people are trying to pass. If you can't, find a third party who will just read the bill to you word for word without trying to tell you what's in it. You said you would not cut Medicare. Well, this plan will cut Medicare by $25 billion the day it is signed into law. If that is not considered a cut to Medicare and hurting Medicare, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Because obviously you're the dumbest piece of crap on the face of the planet. Wake up, sir. And to the Republicans, if this bill passes in its current form through the Senate and Donald Trump signs it into law, expect me to never vote for you again. I've always been rather open to the people I vote for. I've voted for a number of Republicans over the years, especially at the state level. And I will tell you right now, they will never receive another vote from me again. Ever. If this bill passes in its current form. And that's a really sad state of affairs, but I have no other choice. Anyhow, that's what I got for you for this video. Thanks for joining me. And please come back and check for more here at The Big Rant Show.